Welcome to Anime Time with Soresan. Today's topic, Coppelion. Let's get into it. Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, anime fans, and others who have stumbled upon this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and today we got another Anime Time with Soresan. Yay! I'm actually recording this at like 1 in the morning because I just finished the series. So technically speaking, I'm recording this now. It'll be up in later today. So. Yay! So as the intro said, we are talking about Coppelion. Now, start this off. This is actually a fairly recent anime. Like it was pretty short, but it was fairly recent. It actually was like the end of last year, so it's like in the fall category or the winter one. I think it's the winter one. Yeah, pretty sure it's the winter one. Anyways, it's like 13 episodes long, not that long. But it was still pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I did go into it a little skeptical though, because when I don't know if you guys have been in my channel for a while, then you'll know that I have a certain standards when I decide to watch an anime series. And this one, the story sounded okay, but there was one thing that concerned me, and it was the fact that the main characters were girls. And it's not that I'm being sexist. It's just that usually in most of the animes that I've watched in the past that have a female character as the main character, they usually go the stereotypical route of the way girls stereotypically act, and they get boring, and then I just drop them, or like it's like a struggle to finish them. But this one took it on a whole other way, and I actually have an even bigger appreciation for a female main character because of the series. So I'm really looking forward to having another one where it's like this. But basically the premise of Coppelion is we're in Japan, in the capital, and we have basically nuclear radiation and waste, and humans can't survive here. Now, science somehow is so advanced now that they've actually they created children, basically test tube babies technically, who are able to withstand the radiation levels and all that stuff in the capital. And they're separated into groups depending on when they were born, all that stuff. So they have this whole school dedicated to, basically, it's kind of like a hey, you guys gotta save people. So we created you so that you would be able to survive in this harsh environment, and then we're just gonna drop you there with just basic knowledge. And they're separated into groups. So our main our three main characters. You have Aoi, Taiko, and the real main Naruse Ibara. They are part of basically the medic / rescue squad. Now all these test tube babies, they have unique abilities, in a sense. So it's not like they have the ability to just live in this environment without a hazmat suit, which is what basic humans need. They need a hazmat suit to be able to even be in the open. All the people that were made like this, Coppelion itself, which is the name of the whole, like, all these kids, well, they're not kids, they're like teens, but they're called Coppelion. They are able to just breathe normally. So Naruse is basically, she's kind of like, she's got, I don't want to say superhuman, but she kind of does. Like she has superhuman speed. Not like she's like the Flash, but like she's faster than a regular human, and she's more resistant than a regular human. Like there's an episode where literally a bomb blows up, and it wasn't that she wasn't undamaged, but she was okay enough to just need some rest and have minor surgery to cover up the wound, and she was fine. The three main female characters, they have recovery abilities like crazy. Like they can heal up freaking super fast. Now she uses a gun, which is another thing that they all have their own things. But she has a gun, and since they're the medic team, she doesn't really have bullets. It's more of a cover bullets, like for cover, like smoke bombs and shit like that. Or not smoke bomb, but smoke bullets and shit. And then she has something which is actually created from their own freaking cells, which is like this. It's kind of like a cure, but not. It's more like an antidote, a temporary antidote. Like basically, she shoots you with it, and then you can basically survive a little bit. Like if you, for some reason, lose your helmet or your mask, your hazmat mask, she shoots you with that, and you're okay for about 10 minutes. And then it wears off, and then the radiation can actually hurt you again. Um, unless you leave. So they're sent back to the capital to rescue people because somebody sent out an SOS distress, an SOS. So they drop these three girls down there. Aoi, she is a very happy-go-lucky girl, but she's also scared of a lot of stuff, and she's very introverted in certain parts because she feels useless. She actually has an amazing power, which isn't even revealed till the very end, which kind of irked me because I always wondered why the heck she's in the group. Because like the beginning, it was more like she was always in the way, and then the second part of she is like there was like four or some like 3 or 4 episodes where she literally just closed herself away from everybody in a closet because she felt she was being a nuisance. But she was being useless technically, so I was kind of confused why she was in the group. So when they actually revealed her powers, I was like, dang, always coming through. And then Taiko, which was one of my actually she was my favorite of the three. And the problem though, because the problem is she got screwed over a lot. Like she got brutal all over the place. Like she was the first one to get shot. And like shot with an actual gun, and she was like in recovery for like an episode and a half. Like she's the one. She has heightened senses. She has better sense of smell, sight. Like she actually has to wear these glasses, which reduce her, her sight, because of how intense it is. She has great hearing. Like basically, she's like an animal in terms of senses. Like she's freaking amazing. Um, and she actually ends up having to deliver a baby. So like actually, it ends up being twins. So props to her. Like not only did she was the first one to get shot. She was the first one to get hurt. She was basically kidnapped. Like she got the worst part of everything. And then, like in the end, she managed to deliver twin babies, safe and sound. She saved the mother too, because the mom was supposed to die. It was one of those situations where you either save the baby or save the mom, and she saved them both. So, like, just from that alone was amazing. Now, I did mention earlier there are multiple groups. There's one that's actually like they're called the cleanup crew, which consists of this guy named Haruto, and these twin sisters, even though they didn't even look anything alike, which was Kanon and Shion. And I freaking hated those two girls, mainly because they wouldn't freaking die. And here's the thing, though, they were like all the Coppelion members were created with DNA that already existed, meaning that the problem is that they actually, since they're kind of exact copies of that other person, they keep the brain and personalities of said person. So these two twins were created from a celebrity who was actually a serial killer. So they get the tendency of serial killers, and they actually go against their orders, and they actually cause more destruction because they're gonna kill humans. So like I was like, why don't so many things that they did to them, and they never freaking died. Like they freaking shot them with a rocket launcher. They blew up a building. They crashed the ceiling. Um, like I don't. Like, they just did so much, and the girls wouldn't freaking die. Um, the younger one, which is it's Kanon. No wait, no, Shion is the younger one. She has superhuman strength. Like her freaking strength is ridiculous. And then the older one, which is Kanon, has electricity, which I was like, what the heck? She's basically electricity just running through her body. Haruto is a specialist in terms of like guns and bomb making. So he has like a bunch of grenades that he actually makes throughout the series. Cool guy. I don't want to spoil, but something happens to him and I made me really mad. Um. Anyways, it's a very deep story. Like we get to meet so many intriguing characters. Actually, like near like the second portion, they actually have to rescue this big group of people. The connection that happens in that group, like they were together for such a long time or such a short time, but the way the episodes played out and the stuff that happened to them, literally when they during the ending they said it. It feels like we've known each other for a lifetime because they went through so much, and just all the stuff that they went through was freaking ridiculous. And just the emotional attachments that happened it made it worthwhile to be with them. Now, unfortunately, since it was such a short series, we actually got cut off, and it actually did say it ended. So I'm not gonna know the ending unless I go out and find the manga. Um, but they actually do end up recruiting the twins after they save them because Naruse has this magical gift where everybody who she talks to ends up liking her at some point. Like I mean, the like not in that sense where she could just say, "Hey, I want to be your friend," and you're automatically a friend, but like she can somehow change people's hearts in the way she acts and the way she feels. So she's able to turn the twins around after saving them, literally save them so that they didn't die. Um, and then they're basically all five of them are stuck still in the capital at the ending, basically. But overall, like this show was actually very intriguing, and although I was just very skeptic in the beginning, I actually didn't want to watch. Like it took me a while to really watch the first episode, but after I did, it's like I was like every time I went back, like because remember I do cycles of 4 series at a time, so every time went back to it, like I'm like yes, okay, and then like still, but in the beginning it was a little hard, but after I started to get more in touch with these girls, I'm like yes, okay, each episode just became more easier to watch, more enjoyable too, and just it made me look at a new perspective. Female main characters do have potential if they're written well. And these 3 girls, aside from Aoi in the beginning, they're written well, and the way their personality shown was great. Like I'm not gonna lie, it was amazing how you could they all had their individualities, and you're automatically gonna like at least one character in this series. So it's not even that hard. Um, but overall, like I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. In terms of like ratings, I'll give it a 9 out of 10, and the reason for it is because of what happened to Haruto. I'm not gonna say what it is, but you just have to watch it to find out what happens to poor Haruto. It still irritates me because I was upset and I didn't want that to happen. But animes they don't always get what you want in anime, so. But I guess that's pretty much all I want to say. Oh, quick, talk about the villains actually, because even though you have the twin sisters, they're not really the main villains because the twins actually work for somebody else. They were supposed to be like a rescue team. It's called the District One or something like that. I forget right now. I'm trying to think. I think it was something. It was something one. Like it was either district or no Division One. Division One. That's what it was. Which was they were the first rescue team to be sent in before Coppelion was even created. They completely mutated and now they hated humans, so they were gonna destroy the world with radiation and all that crap. So yay, that's a bad guy. Bad, yeah, but not really. Like they were just misled. But yeah, so that's it for this anime time. Thank you guys for watching. I'm suggestions for anime. I welcome suggestions. I really do. So, but anyways, guys, this has been SoresanCrockxen. Coppelion, watch it. You won't regret it. I mean, of course, it for me usually like after a certain point, animes don't bother me a lot. So, yeah. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in a later video.